Hello, and this is Zepp's Take. This week we interviewed Robert Hawkins, owner of Bob Mitchell's Fly Fishing over in Lake Elmo. Robert, like a few fellas I know, ended up here from Montana because his wife found a great job. And Robert brought his love of fly fishing in Montana with him. And impressively, he had the guts to take on a fly fishing store in a modest town here in Minnesota. Now, fly fishing in Montana is a way of life. Here in Minnesota, it's a novelty, kind of like tanning. But after talking with Robert and hearing his story of muskie fishing on Mille Lacs, he had me thinking about my own Minnesota fly fishing adventure. Like any Midwest kid who now has to work for a living, I'm just happy if I can get in a little fishing, bird hunting, and maybe even a deer each year. Then we end up spending a lot of the year daydreaming about adventures in far-off places like Alaska or Africa, or maybe a little deep-sea fishing. Well, since we started the Four Outdoorsmen, we've interviewed kayak anglers, night catfish and sturgeon excursions on the river, bow fishing, and now fly fishing for muskie. Maybe we ought to think about an adventure right here in our own backyard. We don't have to invest hundreds in new gear. Most of what I just talked about is for rent or comes with a guide service. I typed everything I just mentioned into an internet search engine and came up with multiple hits on all of them right here in the Midwest. Heck, within 20 miles of my house. When was the last time you learned a whole new way to hunt or fish? Might bring back that youthful excitement we sometimes lack in our yearly routines. Not to mention it keeps a few dollars right here locally. That's my take this week. This is Brian Zepp, and thank you for downloading and listening to the Four Outdoorsmen on AliveAndSocial.com.